Hi everyone, my name is Andy and welcome to All the Lonely Meeples. On this channel, I share solo playthroughs of various board games, including tutorials on how to play. As always, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button down below. Today's video features the second game in my favorite roll and write series, part 2, and that is Cartographers Heroes, a 1 to 100 player game designed by Jordy, Adan, and John Brieger, and published in 2021 by Thunderworks Games. Now if you're ready, let's jump right in. All right, here are the components for Cartographers Heroes. There's some different things between this and the original Cartographers. I'm actually not going to go through a step-by-step of how to play because a lot of it is the same as Cartographers: A Role Player Tale. For that, if you need to know how to play, there will be a link below with my video of Cartographers: A Role Player Tale that you can check out the beginning of to get the general rules. There are some differences. One, the artwork is similar and also very beautiful. The scoring cards are all different. Side note, this is the first time that I have ever played Heroes. And so we will actually be using, I will be using the starting setup that it recommends in the rulebook for if this is your first time playing. And so we're going to be using these 4 scoring categories in the order Edict A, B, C, and D. For this first one. We have all new Explore cards with beautiful artwork and shapes and types of terrain. The monsters are brand new, and the monsters are pretty cool. In Heroes, we have new monsters, and we actually have hero cards that get shuffled into the Explore deck along with these monsters. So we have, each of these monsters does something at the end of the season, unlike the other one in the original Cartographers where they just take up spaces. But for instance, the Dragon Inferno says when all spaces of the dragon are surrounded or destroyed, I'll talk about what destroyed is, you gain 3 coins. That's kind of nice. Ooh, the Zombie Plague, it's 1 square, which doesn't seem too bad, but after scoring each season, draw a zombie in each empty space adjacent to a zombie. So if we get that in season 1 and we don't take care of that zombie space, up to 4 more will be spreading at the end of the season. The Giant Troll Ravage says after scoring each season, destroy an empty space adjacent to the Giant Troll. So here we will be putting X's in spaces and actually destroying our board to where we can't put anything, limiting what we can do. This is the Gorgon Gaze, and it's a cool little shape. After drawing the Gorgon, destroy an adjacent non-mountain space. So 2 of these monsters will be destroying parts of our board. And then finally we have the Heroes, and the Heroes are really cool. So the Heroes come with a new symbol, and it's a sword. And again, some artwork of our heroes. And what the heroes do is we're going to find anywhere that we want to put this 1 symbol. And then we're going to draw these attack symbols. They look like little sunbursts. I'm probably going to draw asterisks or something similar in the corner of my spots on my board, because that is the attack pattern. So if I were to draw Dal of Jolev, or Jolev, I would place this sword on one of my spots on my board, and then I would draw the attack pattern as shown. And that's important because if I draw the sword next to a monster tile and the attack pattern hits that monster tile gets destroyed. And if any future monsters land in this attack pattern, they too will get destroyed. So there's a way now of getting rid of monsters. That is the game. The only difference, I think, so we have spring, summer, fall, and winter. I think summer in the original game was also a time limit of 8, and this time it's 7. So it's 8, 7, 7, 6. I think in the original it was 2 8s, 7, and 6. And that is how to play Cartographers Heroes. So let's begin. All right, let's do a quick setup and then we will begin. First, I'm going to take my Explore cards, give them a good shuffle. I can go ahead and move these scoring cards off camera here. We're going to take our monster cards, get a good shuffle, and put one on top there. And then we'll take all our hero cards, put them on top, and we will shuffle all of this together. And for you and me, since this is my first time, I haven't even looked at the scoring cards yet. Let's learn what I'm trying to do in Edict A, B, C, and D. I think that's pretty well shuffled. So Edict A is the woodlands, and again, or the forest, and again, we're playing the starter one. It says earn 2 reputation stars for each forest space in the longest unbroken column of forest spaces. Okay, so 2 reputation stars for each forest space, longest unbroken column. So we're going to go up and down, and we'll score that at the very beginning and at the very end. The Gnomish Colony, earn 6 reputation stars for each cluster of village spaces that contains 4 spaces in a 2x2 square. So I really want to make sure that I build my villages in 2x2 squares. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Okay. For C is Ulem's Wallow. Earn 4 reputation stars for each water space adjacent to 2 or more farm spaces. Okay. So I want to put water adjacent to 2 or more farm spaces. Okay. And then the Dwarven Holds. Earn 7 reputation stars for each complete row or complete column of filled spaces that contains a mountain space. I'm glad that's last, and I think they did that on purpose for a starting game. Because if this ever ends up in A or B, that is really hard to do. So we've got some time to fill our columns or rows with mountains. And I think I just noticed the mountains are in slightly different spaces. And so let's begin. Here we go. I think I'll move them over here. So we have A and B. Spring is 8. And I only have a pencil this time. I just opened the box. The first one is the Mangrove Swamp. Oh, that's an interesting one. So I've got forest or water in that cool little U shape, I guess upside down. Okay. So I kind of like that for the forest. And I'm trying to fill mountains. The water wants to be adjacent to 2 or more farm spaces. Okay, well, we're going to do forest. And let's go ahead. Oh man, it's kind of hard to. Oh, and I should note, I did not note this, but in the Explore deck, there are no pillar cards, no ruins cards. So these ruin spaces on my board do nothing. But they're on here because you can mix and match the game with the regular Cartographers game. That's why those are still printed. So we don't care about the ruin spaces in this game. So I'm going to go like this. Oh, I wish I had some colors. That's all right. Okay. So there's my forest. I'm going to try to get this column filled and get a bunch of forest spaces. Okay, next one. Oh, Kethra's Gates. So this is like the, I forgot the card's name, but it's 0 time, and I can use any type of terrain with 1 space. And, oh man, that's tough at the beginning. Let's go ahead. This one says earn 2 reputation stars for each forest space in the longest unbroken column of forest spaces. Well, let's go ahead and I guess let's do 1 more forest space. Because mountains, I could put the forest up here, but that would be broken by the mountain. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but let's get that. So right now I have 2, 4, 6, 8 points for that one. Okay. Ooh, I don't know if it's going to be good having my heroes out right now because I've only placed 2 cards. But Dobrik of Lorkheim says to put that sword there, and then I'm going to do the attack pattern. So let's see where it might be. I'll go ahead and put the sword, let's go ahead and put the sword right there. We'll put it right here. Oh, I am not good at drawing swords. Okay. Sure, that looks like a dagger. And then I'm going to put an asterisk for its attack pattern. I'll just go ahead and put it right there. And it's important to know that those are the attack patterns, so I made them smaller because I can still put other things there. They do nothing for other terrain, and I'm just going to double check that real fast. Okay. Attack patterns can overlap filled spaces and the edge of the map. Okay. Can overlap filled spaces. All right, so here we go. Here's the next one. So I have the frontier dwelling, a good T shape. Ooh, and I kind of want to use the village. I'm going to do villages, and I'm looking for squares, 2x2 squares. So let's, if I put it here, I can still do more. I think I kind of want to, I'm going to move elsewhere here. And we're going to go right, I think here. Let me do it real lightly just to see. Yeah, we'll go right there. Okay. Again, the ruins and the pillars aren't in this game, so I feel pretty comfortable doing that. I would love to put one here and maybe one here and another 2. We'll see what happens. So that's 2, 4 out of 8. Oh, the next one's a lagoon, and I have I just call it the Tetris pattern. That's, I know, one of the Tetris patterns, or then the diagonal ones, and that is similar to the forest card in the other game. So I'm actually going to take the coin one, and let's start thinking about getting water adjacent to 2 farmland. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this right here. We're going to stay in the middle, because if I do this, if I do that, I get the coin from the card, and I also get a coin for surrounding this mountain. So there's an extra 2 points. So 2, 4, 5, here we go. All right, coastal encampment. Ooh, I've been waiting for, I've been waiting for more villages, so I think I'm going to do villages, and I think I'm going to turn it this way and put them right down here. So yeah, we'll do that. So 3 down and 2. So that's nice. I have my group of 4 or my group of 4, but I'm hoping to get to continue so I can have groups of 4 there. And it does say earn 6 reputation stars for each cluster. Oh, for each cluster of village spaces that contains 4 spaces in a 2x2. So in this example, it just can't be, long ways. But here's a cluster of 2x2, and then it shows this other cluster. So I'm going to assume if I have a large enough cluster and that I can form multiple 2x2s, those will be multiple points. And that's the way we're going to play. Please drop a comment down below if you've played this more than one time and I got that rule wrong. So we're at 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, Freyla the True. So another attack pattern. I'm going to put her down and then do 2 attacks to the right, or 3 attacks to the right. And I believe you can, I'm going to say you can't flip this since it is very specific. So let's go ahead and have her go, Let's have her go right here. I'm going to have her go here because she is also a terrain. And I'll put a little asterisk or a star. Okay, so there's her attack pattern right there. So I'd love for a monster to come in. Well, I would rather not have a monster, but if they do, I'd like them to have to be over here and get destroyed. So we're still at 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my goodness, Ren the Lioness. So I am pulling all the heroes. Okay, well this is good because I can start filling parts of my map with heroes and their attack patterns so that my monsters are going to fall when they show up. So I'm going to go ahead and put it right here. Ooh, do I want to do that? We'll do one more over. And again, I'm trying to find some strategy real fast because I've never played this game before, but I love it. This is fantastic. And then star, star, star. All right. If you played this before and you're watching and laughing because I'm doing it completely wrong, please, please, please tell me. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the Timber Grove. And it'll be exactly 8. So this is cool. I can do 3 with a coin, or I can do 2 space and then 2. So I got no farmland that time, but I'm still committed to trying to get this column done. I actually got a couple columns here. I'm going to go ahead and reverse it and go this way to keep my forests going. Okay. Okay, so I've got my nice long forest there, and it is time to score. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we'll take those. All right, so for the first one, this Fawn Lost Thicket says, earn 2 reputation stars for each forest space in the longest unbroken column of forest spaces. So far my longest unbroken column of forest spaces is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So I'll put 12 down at letter A. And then B is the Gnomish Colony, earns 6 reputation stars, points for each cluster of village spaces that contains 4 spaces in a 2x2 square. So I have a big cluster here, but there is a 2x2 square, and that would be 6 points. And then I have 2 coins that I've earned so far, and then no monster spaces. Okay, so 6 and 2 is 8, plus 12 is a nice 20 points to start. Okay. I believe we put everything back in. Let me make sure that we do that. So including all Explorer cards revealed this season. Okay, here we go. So even the heroes. And I'm gonna take the monsters. I'm not gonna look at them. I'll put 1 over here, and we're gonna add a second monster. All right. And we move spring to summer. And I'm pretty sure this is 1 less than the original game. So now we're focusing on water and farm. I would love some farm to come up to fit in the space where I have my water already. So let's see what happens. Okay, so the coastal encampment. All right. I'm going to pause 1 second to look at the rules about the scoring card for the Edict B, and I'll be right back. All right, I just wanted to check a couple rules. So it does say that when all players have finished with the heroes, they get discarded, which made sense in my mind. I just want to double check the rules so we don't get to use them again. And it is they do say the hero terrain type, so I am counting that as I can't draw over these attack patterns. So where I've placed them, I don't get to place any other type of terrain, which could be difficult, but I think there's 4 heroes. We played 3 in season 1, and now I have 1 more hero that can be played. And so with that, we've got the coastal encampment. That's where we left off. And I'm going to place that. And so it does say a cluster of village spaces that contains 4 spaces in a 2x2 square. I can't find anything explaining if that cluster can contain more than one 2x2 square. That contains 4 spaces in a 2x2 square. So we'll play the hard way, and I will go ahead and make a new one, because I think that'll be easy to do. We'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and throw this one right over here. Oh, although water would be nice if I can start getting some water and then put farmland around it. That's tough. Let's go ahead and do. We'll go ahead and do a village. Okay, and we'll go ahead and do this. And if I'm playing that wrong, please let me know. I'm playing cautiously, so I'm going to have each of my clusters allow 1 2x2 square. It doesn't specifically say that, but I just wanted to, I'll play on the safe side. All right, the Timber Grove. This is the same one as last time, and I've got 3 for a coin or 2 and 2, and I need to start thinking about my dwarven holds, getting rows or columns done. And right now I've got a couple with mountains. I have a couple that I could potentially do, so I think I'm gonna keep doing that because I get to score this one more time. So let's go ahead and do what I did last time. So we'll go here and more forest. So right now when Edict A comes back at the end, I'll have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 points. Oh, and I get a coin. So now we're up to 3 coins. And that's 2, 3 out of 7. Kethra's Gates is actually what I was looking for. We could use farmland. My water wants to be adjacent to 2 or more farm spaces, and they have not come up yet. But I'm also thinking about filling this space here. Not saying that's going to be terribly hard to do, or this space down here, but I really do want to start working on those columns. Oh, choices. Let's go ahead, and actually I'm going to do my first thought. I'm going to put a farm space right there. That way, if I can swing it, maybe something big enough I can put to get some points for these waters. So still at 3. Oh, perfect. All right, the hillside terrace, time of 2. And I've got farmland or water, and it's just a square, or 2x2 square. Oh, that would be really nice if it were villages. But I'm going to do farmland, and we're going to do this because I would love to get this other column of spaces completed by the time letter D is scored. So there's my farmland, and now this water space is going to be 4 points because it's touching at least 2 farmland spaces. And I'm trying to get this column done. I think it's doable. 2, 4, 5. Here's the next one. 6, 7. The mangrove swamp. Ooh, okay. Ooh, that would go really well. That shape right there does go really well around this, and that would give me another coin, and I think I'm going to do that. 2, 4, 6, 7. Oh, and this is the end of summer. Oh my goodness. That was tough. Ooh, actually, oh man. Or I can use this shape and put it against farmland. No, because each water space needs to touch 2 farmland, so that doesn't really work. I'm going to do my original. And let's... Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and draw it. And that actually gives us a coin too. We'll go ahead and put that coin down here. I don't know if it matters, but I'll go ahead and just do woods. I don't think I've ever had this much woods on my board. Okay. Right there. That is technically broken because mountain is a terrain type, but we're getting really close to finishing this column. And that is 2, 4, 6, 7. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and score. I don't think another, I could have put another village with that Kethra's Gates, but I felt like the farmland would be better later on. So for the gnomish colony, for 2x2 squares of villages, I still have my 1 for 6 points. And for letter C, I feel like I'm not doing very well. Earn 4 reputation stars for each water space adjacent to 2 or more farm spaces. So here I have a water space adjacent to 2 farm spaces, and that's the only one right now. Ooh, that's kind of tough, but that is 4 points. I have 4 coins. And still no monsters, so 0. So 6 and 4 is 10, plus 4 is 14. I actually did worse that time. So right now, score is 34. And we'll take all of these, put them on top. We'll take one of our monsters, put it on top, and shuffle. I like the heroes of this game. I feel like getting 3 of them in the first season, not necessarily a waste, but we've had no monsters, so I'm a little worried about where they're going to end up. But it's also given me time to fill my board. And then we switch to fall. It's also 7. And now we're focusing on the water and farm, and then we're going to be scoring our columns and our rows. I really want to see if I can get these 2 columns done. That'll be my focus, because that'll be 14 points. So let's see, because remember, the monsters will tell me where to start, and then we'll go around. So I would love for them to start, it doesn't really matter, but I want to get them into these asterisks to get destroyed. Okay, first one. Oh, whoa, oh, uh-oh. Oh. Which one did I mess up? Oh, I'm sorry. I took the wrong one out. Dobrik is the one I used, but I took Dal out. So I'm actually going to pull Dal because I just pulled the other hero. I think that's fair since it's still a hero card. So Dal is the one that the patterns confuse me. So Dal comes out. Oh my goodness, I have no room for these. Okay. Well, oof. Half of my board is just going to be heroes. That's okay. That's all right. Well, it's still a terrain type, so I'm going to, it does say hero terrain, so I'm going to assume that I can fill these with columns and spaces. So we're going to go right here. And then it's on the corners. Okay, so what I was saying before is in the book it does say fill the space with hero terrain. And so I just got to double check that these attack spaces are hero terrain, because theoretically I could then use these to fill the columns. I'm not quite there yet, and that's not what I'm focused on, so we'll see how it goes. The next one, this is actually removed and I have no more heroes. Timber Grove again. I do love this game, but a lot of times you grab the same cards, and I know there's cards in here I haven't seen. So I probably want to do the coin again, and it does work. So we will do that. We'll do the coin again, and we will do it right here. I think that's the best thing. Ooh, the best thing for me now. We'll do that. Okay. And here, I do have a filled column in a mountain where that includes a mountain. So that's going to be 7 points. And I get a coin. Next. Ooh, a little bit. Wow, that's cool. So that was a one-time for Timber Grove. This is another one. This is the settlement. I don't care about houses anymore, so I really want to fill spaces, especially in my columns that have mountains. And I think I'm going to use the coin, and I'm going to go probably right here because that's going to get a little weird to fill. I think I'm going to do that because, man, the other one's pretty big. That's actually the water space, one of the water shapes from the original game. That's cool. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And we're going to go right here. Okay. And I'll take 2 coins. I'm sorry, not 2 coins. I'll take a coin. All right, that's 2 out of 7. Okay, the Woodland Crossroads. Oh, man. I don't know if I can get any more. I don't know if I can get any more, any longer of a chain of my forests. So this is a plus sign. I'll go forest and see if I can fill some spaces with mountains, and I can. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll go right here. What's nice, I'm surprised none of the monsters have come out so far. I promise you, there's only one left. So they are in there, and I'm sure I will get one because I kind of want to see what they do too. Okay, 2, 3, 4 out of 7. The lagoon. All right. I do like having water because I need to fill some columns and put them next to farm spaces. So I will take the coin. I think. I always say I think. I don't know. Okay. Let's go. Oh, that's going to be tough if I put that there. And again, you do have to, I would rather just place one right here, but you do have to place it if you have the room for it. So, just trying to decide where to go. Oh my goodness. Let's go ahead. Oh gosh. This is kind of tough because I don't really have anywhere I want to put it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know how I'm going to finish it. So I don't think I'm going to finish this column. So I'm going to put it right here in between all these attack terrains. I feel still a little iffy about the attack maneuvers that my heroes have done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 7. Next one is a pasture. Ooh, that's kind of cool. So I've got the 2 and 2, or for a coin, 1 space and then another 1. I always love getting coins, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now, can I get these to give me some points for water? I can if I place it right here. Oh man, that would be perfect right there to finish that column. Oh my goodness, this is tough. This is tough. But I am scoring this for the last time, so I might as well get as many points as I can. I think Wow, that's tough. I think I'm going to go right here. Yeah. And we'll go, let's just go ahead and go right here. Okay. And I'll take a coin. So right now I've got 7 coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next one is the mangrove swamp. I would love to show you a monster in this playthrough, but maybe not. Oh, the mangrove swamp is great because I can put it here and work on my column because I still have one more round of that. And I think I'm gonna do that. I have no reason to do forest again. All right, so we'll do water. Oof. I would love to put a forest space right here. That'd be nice. That's right. Or not a forest space, a farm space. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we'll score. We're going to score water and farmland, which I am having trouble with. Earn 4 reputation stars for each water space adjacent to 2 or more farm spaces. I believe I only have, I think, 2 of these. This one right here, oh, get a little closer. This one right here has 2 farm spaces adjacent, and this one has 2. Nothing. This one has 1, so that's going to be 4 8 points. But I guess my score looks good right now because I don't have any negatives. Okay, and then D are columns and rows. Oh, I didn't even realize. I need to decide, so I do have a column here of 7 points. I need to decide if this star right here, oh, it doesn't matter because I'm missing this right here. I was going to say I need to know if this star counts as terrain or not, because that would matter. Also, I kind of need to know on this one too, because I've got 1 space there. And we will, if it comes up, I will figure that one out. All right, so that is 7 points. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coin and no monsters. All right, so 7, 14, 2 7s and an 8, that's 22. All right, these get shuffled back in and we're on to our last round. The last monster, which I'll go ahead and share. Ooh, the Dragon Inferno is going in. We have all 4 monsters. Can I get lucky and have none? Maybe I'll do another playthrough if this doesn't get more exciting. Play another playthrough and see if we can get some more monsters. All right. Fall goes to winter. Shortest season, and we are focusing on the Dwarven holds. And I'm going to score those. I already know I'm going to score 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 points for A. I don't think I can get any longer forest. So here's the first one. The Woodlands Crossroads. Now the great thing about this game is if I cannot place it, I put one square of that type. And I'm actually going to pause for a second to now double check about the attack patterns and if they are terrain, because if I can place that on top, I will, but if not, it looks like I'm going to be doing 1 square. So I will pause for a second and come right back. All right, I looked up on Board Game Geek because someone else had already had that question, and it does turn out that these attack patterns, as their asterisks, they do not fill the spaces. So, which is a little confusing because since I'm in pencil, we're going to be writing over these, but they are only really for monsters and destroying monster spaces and if they fall. So when you're looking at this board, and if you ever happen to have, a bunch of the heroes come out like I did, remember that these spaces are not considered filled. So I have more spaces than I thought I did, but in the same breath, I don't think I would have changed my mind about anything. I like what I've been doing so far. With that said, I have this pattern, this plus pattern right here, and it gets dangerously close to filling another column. So, with that being said, I think I'm gonna try and fill another column. And before I have to erase too much, I think I'm gonna do that. And that makes sense now because there was an attack pattern there, but now a monster can't go here anyway because I have forest, like so. So there's a little overlap with where the attack pattern used to be. It's a little sloppier, but I really like it. So there's 2 out of 6. Third of the way done. Here we go. Oh my goodness, the settlement. So now can I use the settlement to fill? Maybe I'll use this to fill another column, but I can always use this to go, this to go sideways and fill my column down this way. Let's see. It's 2, 2, and 2. So 2, 2, 2. Well, I can't fill this column down here with the big shape, so I'm gonna just do the small shape and take 2 coins. Yeah, let's do that. I keep saying 2 coins. I'm going to take 1 coin. I promise I'm not cheating. Maybe it's because I was drawing two squares. So there's my 2 coin, or my 2 village spaces, 1 coin. Oh my goodness. It's late. 2, 3, halfway there. Okay. Wow. It took 3 seasons to do it, or we're in our 4th season. The Gorgon Gaze. So after drawing the Gorgon, destroy an adjacent non-mountain space. Well, we're going to see if we can place her anyway. And again, if I can't place the Gorgon, I put 1 of them. No, actually, I'm sorry, in the solo mode, if I can't place them at all, I don't place them. And so it says I'm going to start in the bottom right, if you can see that purple, the bottom right, and I'm going to go clockwise around. Well, unfortunately, I can place it. So the bottom right's here, and I can place right here. But what's going to happen is I'll go ahead and place it like it shows. And I put a G there. Normally I use purple and color it in and put an M on it. And this one, this Gorgon space gets destroyed. So I do not worry about that at all because of that attack pattern. Now I need to figure out how to fill these, or I'll be losing 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's see what happens. Next one. The Timber Grove. I do love coins, and let's see what I can do. I think I've gotten this every season, and 3 for a coin is not bad. Or getting a coin even after playing 3 is not bad at all. Okay. And destroyed spaces are terrain types. So, can I fill any rows with mountains? It gets close there, but I have an opening that's a little weird. There's too many holes. I was thinking about this row right here. There's too many holes that I've now filled. Probably because, honestly, I was ignoring these. That's okay. That's all right. I think the score is okay for right now. Maybe it's going to be low, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and do this. We will do the... Oh my goodness, never mind. I've got another plan. We're going to forego the coin because the other one is 2, skip 2, and that fills a column. So we're going to do that. Haha, I'm glad I took a second to think about it. So, forest. All right. So I do have another filled column, and I'm at 2, 3, 4. Let's see what happens. The pasture for 5. Okay, well I don't score, I don't score farms or water again. So I might just take a coin. Unless I can use, ooh, this is nice. It's got a space there, so maybe I can start filling in some spaces. No, I'm going to, I have a couple mountain spaces that I could easily place this in. Oh, I need to get these Gorgon spaces. Gorgon. I'm a D&D player, and I have a hard time saying Gorgon or Gorgon. I'm going to go ahead and put it here, just to give myself a coin and take away some points that I'm going to lose. Okay. Okay, and I'll give myself a coin, and now my Gorgons are taking away 1 point from me. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. 6. Ooh, that's an interesting shape. That is really interesting and probably hard to put. So the Wildwood Garden, which means we've only seen one monster in this game, and I don't think she did much. So forest or woodland, I don't actually care either way, but let's see if I can get a coin or fill a column. I don't think I'm going to fill a column or row. I keep saying columns, but they're also rows. So I'm going to get a coin. I think the best thing to do is to turn it this way, turn it that way, and take a coin for that mountain. And we'll do that. Okay. That is that shape. Yep. All right. And sure, we'll make it farm. That's fine. And we'll take a coin. Okay. And that, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the end of winter and the end of the game. So, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I did not read this. So actually we will destroy an adjacent non-mountain space. Okay, so I apologize. I forgot that there's text on this. It says, after drawing the Gorgon, destroy an adjacent non-mountain space. Okay, so we are going to, here's our gaming turn. We're going to retcon for a second, and we will just say that I destroyed this space. I'm sure that's partly cheating, but after waiting and waiting and waiting for a monster to show up, I get one, I get really excited to place it, and I get really excited to destroy it with an attack pattern that I forget to read the rule in the card. So, but you destroy one adjacent space, which I guess didn't really matter a whole lot in this instance, because it happened at the end of the season, or end of the game. So we have, let's do the Dwarven holds. I have 1, 2 columns, 3 columns, and no rows. 21 points. And then A, I've been waiting for this one. So A is earned, this Fawn Lost Thicket is 2 reputation stars for each forest space in the longest unbroken column of forest spaces. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Okay. Coins, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and it destroyed that space. So, and this is destroyed, so it is, I believe it is 0 points for monsters. Okay. So I have 21, 18, and 10. So let's see, 18 and 10 is 28, plus 21, I believe, is 49. Give me 1 second, I'll clean up and we'll get the final score. All right, so our final score, 20, 14, 22, and 49 came out to 105. And for the solo play, that is not the final score, as each of these has a single player score at the bottom that we're going to subtract. It's basically a threshold of how well you should be doing in this. So off of 105, we minus 28, 14, 12, and 16. And that comes out to 70. And again, I did really well this time, but I think a lot of it had to do with getting one monster slightly messing up its text here, but not getting a monster until winter, and it didn't have a lot of spaces to work. And so minus 70 is another 35 for me, and that is the legendary cartographer status. So I think that was well played, but I'm going to say that was set on easy mode because I was looking through here. So if we flip it upside down, so I actually had a few, but the giant troll was third from the top, then the zombie, and then at the very bottom, the dragon inferno. So a lot of this is luck when it comes to drawing cards. But I'll tell you, it is, I learned a lot. I got really excited. I opened this, I was like, oh, I forgot I have Cartographers Heroes, and thought it'd be good to play. And I just kind of brushed up on the rules. I really like this game. Especially that with the heroes, getting 3 of them at the very beginning was a little tough and a little confusing, but maybe I'll do another playthrough and see what happens that time. And thank you for joining me for Cartographers Heroes. Thank you for joining me at the table for a solo playthrough of Cartographers Heroes. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it and hitting that subscribe button. And feel free to shoot me a comment down below. Thank you again, and I hope you'll join me for my next video.